Guys, we're hunting for toilet paper. Oh, is it like this? It is. We've done Black Friday shopping, Thanksgiving, Christmas, Easter shopping for that day before Easter when you have to last minute shop. Birthdays. I've never went toilet paper hunting. This is first. How are you, babe?
Probably.
We literally looked at Home Depot and now we're at Office Depot. That's desperate. We don't really have a lot of food storage space in our trailer. Our house isn't usable right now still, and our garage is used for storage. We lost all of our freezers and refrigerators when that power line came down. The surging just kind of blew out the motors and everything. So we just have our little stock fridge freezer combo thing that came inside the trailer. And I'm like, well, at least if at any point in time we need meat, we can start harvesting. We have plenty of eggs, and if I need to go buy another dairy cow, then we will. Like, I'm not really worried about it, but the one thing that brought to my attention was that, like, we have food security here. We are more self-sufficient than we were in years past, but through everything, it did kind of make me realize that we are sheltered here by living here, and with me being on treatment and not really doing a lot. Like, we do go to a movie every now and then, and we do go to eat, but I don't really do a lot of more of the civilized things like grocery shopping, and I have gone to the gas station a few times, but I'm just like, wow, okay, like these are things that don't necessarily concern me anymore, where they would have probably in years past. I probably would have been one of those people that was at least stocking up on stuff for our child, make sure that we had like some stuff, because all the schools are closed down, which, I mean, I do understand parents need, like, if you're not feeding your child breakfast and lunch because they're eating at school those 2 meals of the day, like, there's a lot of pantry space that needs to be filled, because these parents are now having to, triple the amount of meals that are being prepared for their children. And yeah, so I don't know if I'll ever post this video, but it was my thoughts for today. Okay guys, so it went from being like 80 degrees this week to we're now back in the 50s. It's sprinkling, it's super chilly, definitely jacket weather, and part of me, like, we're not going to hit freezing temperatures. I'm going to walk up to the greenhouse. We're not going to hit freezing temperatures, but I really am glad that I haven't planted yet. We've had a lot going on with, my mom was needing some of our attention. Hey Liz, you going to bring this cart up so that we can go ahead and get those last 2 flakes out here? We were 2 flakes short for feeding time today. I know. It's time for the animals to start shedding, so she's just over there grooming the pony. But anyways, I didn't get the field planted yet. I haven't even got my tractor going. Josh had a fire at his work last week. My mom had emergency surgery. She had some appointments. Alyssa needed some of our attention, and now, like, we got a good portion of the farm cleanup done, so we are like in line. The irrigation was like pulled back so I can get the tractor in. I was able to pick up the majority of the supplies for irrigation. I do have to go back and get some drip tape because they were sold out, so they've got a roll coming in this week for me. Now we buy like 1,000 feet at a time, at 1,000 feet at a time of the majority of what we order from them or what we pick up, and then we can just like hand choose our fittings. So we got all the fittings and stuff, although I did leave my diagram there. And then most of our wood chips are now spread about, and there's a few things that need to be done. We still are hoping to open on April 1st. So that's the goal, is just to continue with the progress of getting open. All of the plants are put here. These are all the propagations that we did from Betty's place. So those are all, I actually used some root tone on them, and we'll see how that goes, but hoping that those cuttings take. I really would like to have a Betty garden. And then here in the greenhouse, things are growing. My potato plants are in dire need of transplant. Like, they are past ready for transplant. This is garlic. Someone threw a bulb outside of our trailer right there, and it got ran over by the truck, so I just threw it in this ground until I can go ahead and like propagate it and plant it. We have some little itty bitty tomato plants starting here. Our melons are coming in. Those are our peas. This is the ginger. The ginger's doing good. It's got some roots coming out of it. Here you could see. I'll go ahead and get those planted soon. I would love to keep this plant growing. This one's doing really well. This isn't planted here, but those are, oh, sorry, you guys can't even see. I'm so sorry. Okay, so the melons are doing good. The ginger here is, it's had better days, but we still have a few like really strong sprouts, so I'm still hoping that it'll grow. The garlic is just off the hook. It's growing so good, and I never really have an issue with garlic. I can always grow it really well. For those of you guys who haven't grown garlic, this is a long process. Like, you literally leave the garlic in the ground until all of this is raggedy and looks dead, and then you harvest it. So like, that is definitely a plant that when you plant it, it takes some time. Here's a volunteer beet. We're just gonna go ahead and take him up. That. But the Turkish orange and our red burgundy is not doing well. I had a couple sprout and they just died off, so I'm gonna try to direct sow those. Most of my peppers are doing great. This is the Cayenne Long Slim, the Ancho Grande, the Anaheim Chili. This is the Habanero Lemon Hot here. Serranos are great. Hungarian, Tabasco, Habanero, Caribbean Red Hots. All those they're coming up. They're doing great. As long as I get like, I mean, I would love to have each and every one be a plant, and that would be amazing, because then I would have booming rows. Our hillbilly tomatoes are sprouting. We got Cherokee purples, evergreen tomato, purple bumblebees. So everything is doing well. The weather's right. You guys can see I just put water in the bottom of these. This is that black from Tula. So I have no idea what we'll get. We're gonna plant them all. These are those broccoli greens, guys. These are supposed to be just little microgreens, and I I wanted to eat these and I don't have two hands. Let's see if I can set you guys there for a moment. So just every time I'm in here, I just kind of rip off the dirt and then eat the green. And it tastes like broccoli. This poor avocado tree. It's having some issues. I'm gonna try to transplant it and see if it gets happier, but it's struggling. These ones here, this is just some jade cuttings that need to be transplanted. I missed those the other day when I did the big transplant. But things are growing. I've still got a lot more to plant. Oh, that's good. So As you can see, we're starting to get our second set of leaves on some of our peppers. That's lovely. This lets me think that something was in here eating it. We'll see. I don't know. Maybe it's still got a little bit of leaf to sprout there. I don't know. But my moringa is not doing a darn thing yet. So moringa, oh my gosh, you guys, my first moringa. My first stinking moringa. Oh my gosh, this is a miracle tree. Like, thank you, Jesus. I am so excited. So excited. Oh my goodness, you guys. Like, my first little moringa right there. That is amazing. So now, like, and it all has to do with the temperature and their water and everything. Moringa is one that has to have, like, it's a very large seed, and the seed has a lot of oil in it. You have to keep them, like, nice and moist in order to get them to germinate. And I soaked mine as I was supposed to before I planted, and I've been keeping the soil really wet. We did have a very warm day yesterday, and so I needed to come in here and get these all a little freshening up. But we have our first little moringa. It's a beautiful sight, such a promise. That is what I want to have be a huge part of our sustainable farm here. For us, I really believe that the nutrients that are held in there is amazing for dairy. And I would love to have a little small micro dairy here eventually for a farm share just for our community, and mainly for people who are like me, who have some health struggles and can use a little bit extra when it comes to having access to raw, organic, fresh foods. These potatoes, though, man, these are doing so great. And I literally just bought some organic Yukon Gold potatoes and planted them. I did a video, I don't know if I posted it, so I'll definitely go back over and show you guys, like, how I did that. But yeah, I have a feeling I'm gonna just be replanting my beets and stuff too. These ones down here are doing really nice, but it's weird. I do a lot of direct sowing here in California, and that's just kind of what's always worked for me. I mean, I've done a lot of propagating too, and a lot of seed starting, but the seed starting honestly was more for the greenhouse part of it and for, like, having a nursery. And I just feel like where we're at, we have such a long season. We get that opportunity to really go ahead and start with direct sowing. So we'll see, like, how this rainy season lasts. If it is going to be one of those things that's kind of hindering like how we grow throughout the season, then I might have to, like, I don't know. We only have a few days that's going to be, like, rainy and cold. We need more rain. We need a lot more rain. So only time will tell. But until then, I'm going to just keep my little greenhouse flourishing and be so grateful that we have it. We still have a lot of shelves that we can fill on it. But I have moringa growing, guys. This is such an accomplishment. Oh my gosh. If they all grow, I literally put 5 seeds. 3 to 5 seeds in each of these little 4x4s. So that would be amazing if we had all of them sprout, because I will transplant these bad boys, and our little moringa orchard, if that's what you would call it, would begin this year. So, speak life, grow life. Really just trying here. Guys, we're hunting for toilet paper. You guys, other people knew my secret that Office Depot carries cleaning products, toilet paper, paper towels, and tissue. They still have some tissue, but I feel like I could go without it. Okay guys, so I am just heading around the backside of Tractor Supply right now to pick up my hay and my feed. I got enough hay to last about 3 weeks. And if I have to, I'll turn animals out on pasture and around. But yeah, so this is pretty much like what we're doing right now is like literally stocking up because seems like it's about to get a little bit hectic here as far as supplies go. Okay, so I just paid for my stuff. I ended up just getting like 5 bags of Stalker Grower. I have 2 at the house. I've got 8 bags of sweet feed and 14 bales of hay. That'll last us like quite a bit. I was saying I can put my animals on pasture if I need to, so I'm not necessarily too concerned about all that, but I definitely want to make sure that I had most of my stuff taken care of. The good thing is that like some people don't think about it is having chickens who are laying eggs. If I need to, I can literally feed eggs to the chickens. So scramble up eggs, cook them with the shells, and your chickens will eat them. They'll eat them raw too, but yeah, you cook them up, they'll eat them. So I'm not really worried about too much, but definitely seeing the necessity of, at least because I'm not going to be able to have somebody go out and do my shopping for me, picking up what I need and then making do with everything else. So as soon as they're done, they are swamped here. Like, they will probably be cleared out here very soon. But this is what it is. People are stocking up. Some people are doing it out of necessity. Other people are doing it because we don't know what's next. I'm doing it because I don't have anybody to shop for me. And if for some reason we are not able to go out and pick up things like this, well, we need to be able to feed our animals. So have a little bit of stuff on supply for that. That's pretty much it, guys. But it's a madhouse in here. I feel so bad for every employee that are working these different stores right now that are being hit so hard. But everybody's being kind. No one person was unkind here, so I feel like we live in a community that has people in it that aren't just like a free-for-all. At least here at Tractor Supply, I don't really go shopping, so Tractor Supply and Safeway, people have been good to me. It's pretty much my only exposure. So, but time to self-shelter in place, and I guess like self-quarantine or whatever you call it. I'm a pro at this. I just quarantined myself for months after my first transplant, so I'm like, okay, I would be on quarantine anyways because I was supposed to be having my transplant in 2 days, so I was already prepared for this, but not really, but we were. This is exactly what we would have done, although somebody would have been taking care of the animals for me. But it'll be cool. We'll get some projects done. Stay healthy.